Hi everyone, welcome back to yet another video today. I know I haven't posted a video in a really long time, and many of you have been so sweetly messaging and telling me that you are actually waiting for a video every week. I actually want to begin by saying thank you from the bottom of my heart, because it is each one of you who motivates me to keep going with creating this content. Well, in all honesty, lately I have been extremely busy with everyday work and life, and I have been slacking a lot with filming and editing. And also, I was dealing with some disturbing changes in my work life that had left me feeling completely displaced, lost, and demotivated. I could very evidently see myself slipping into the onset of a kind of depression. Do you sometimes feel like you are waking up in the morning with no actual purpose for the day? Or do you sometimes have sleepless nights and lack motivation to do the everyday usual things even? I felt exactly this way, not just for days but for weeks together. And usually in the past, there have been times where I could just pick myself up really quickly and figure out a way to feel alright. But somehow, this time around, I just could not. As the end of this calendar year is closing in, I felt like everything was getting worse and almost nothing was working out. I get this way sometimes, and I guess everyone does. The things that used to bring me joy don't do that anymore, and I struggle to find my motivation. And feeling like this for longer periods of time can sometimes be an alert to watch out for your mental health. The tricky thing about mental health is that everything may seem alright on the outside, but on the inside, a war is happening. And if we don't identify it early enough, then it could be more destructive than we can imagine. The mind is so powerful, and sometimes the thoughts running in it are actually faster than the odometer on a sports car. And sometimes it feels like we just cannot control those thoughts. Thankfully for me, I had the Lord by my side. And the beauty of the God that we serve is that He will never allow you to go through something for longer than you can handle. The living God will surely find a way to speak to you and will bring you out of the depths of your darkness into the shining light of His glory. I happened to meet with a friend last weekend who introduced me to a really edifying message on the grace revolution that talks about the nature of God and how He is abounding in the grace which He so freely gives to each and every one of us. This message was timed so perfectly for my situation, and it really surprised me as to how God found a way to comfort me, even though I didn't even sit down and pray about it. I guess I was feeling so guilty about my lack of motivation that I was almost silly enough to not seek God's help. And yet, when I didn't even try, He found a way to reach me and reassure me. As I was reading the Bible, a verse stood out to me. In 2 Corinthians chapter 12 and verse 9, God says, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." So in all your weakness, the most perfect thing to do would be to seek God for the peace that passes all understanding. Every time the enemy isolates you in your weakness and screams lies into your heart and mind, saying you are alone, or you are unworthy, or you are not enough, or you can never do this, or you'll always be a failure, pause, because God will always remind you and whisper unto you, saying, "I am with you. I will never leave you nor forsake you." Do you know why God whispers? Because He is so near and He draws closer to you with each whisper. The Word of God says in Philippians chapter 4 and verse 13, "I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me." So remember, even when you are weak, He is strong. And if you find yourself feeling low, depressed, and demotivated, I hope that this is a reminder that God can do great and mighty things in and through you, even in your weakness. And if you do not believe in a God you can talk to, then I encourage you to find a friend who will be as good a listener and will help you through your storm. There is no storm that will never end. It always will. All you got to do is stay afloat on your boat. Thankfully, I found my motivation back. And as I decided to cook up these meals today, I also decided to redo a part of my kitchen countertop and clean and reorganize it. I happened to pay a visit to the Ikea store in Hyderabad last weekend, the same weekend that I met with a friend who encouraged me with that message. I also did a lot of shopping and I got some really cool IKEA stuff for my kitchen. Do let me know in the comments if you'd like me to do a haul, video and how I used all of the stuff I got from IKEA. I'm just placing all of the things that I use regularly close to where I cook. I place the salt in this salt container, and this is the salt and pepper grinder. I'm also placing the wooden spoons and the tiny whisk that I use for convenience over here. I got this cute basket from Ikea for just 150 rupees, and I'm using it to place all the sugar kind of stuff like the brown sugar and this palm jaggery, and also some powdered sugar. I'm also placing a kitchen towel here which I got again from Ikea. I'm also placing my chopping boards here against the wall so it's easier to pick up and just use. Lastly, I'm placing my wooden spice box here. So now it's all convenient and this place has become really functional for me while cooking. Please do let me know what you think of it. I also got this dinnerware from Ikea. This is a deep dish plate and it was just for 200 rupees. I am absolutely in love with the dinnerware collection from Ikea. It's so minimal and so classy. I got this matching bowl for this dinner plate as well. Time now to serve up lunch because I am famished. Thank you all so much for watching this new video. If you are new to my channel, please do consider subscribing because it would mean the world to me. And as always, if you do try out any of these recipes, please do let me know in the comments below how they turned out.